Hello, 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 generator friend, and welcome to your personal development reading for the month of February 2025. My name is Christy, and I am coming to you from the traditional territory of the Tsawwassen, Musqueam, and Coast Salish peoples. I am so happy and excited that you are here and so grateful as we explore any blockages that you may be experiencing moving forward in your personal development journey, whether that is body, mind, spirit, all three, two out of three, doesn't matter, right? So, however, this reading resonates with you is how it is going to do. But keep in mind, of course, that this is a general reading for all generators. So, if something isn't quite fitting for you, just leave it behind. One of the most intriguing things about being human is that we have free will choice. So no matter what the cards or spirit messages has for us today, know that you can always you have free will choice. Okay, there we go. That's a mouthful. Alrighty, so I have already meditated on the cards and asked for your highest and best. Let's just remind spirit that we're here. Today, I feel super drawn to the ocean. It has been a really dry and cold winter where I live in the south coast of British Columbia. And usually it rains all winter, and it really hasn't done it very much. But today it is pouring out. And so I'm feeling the water. I also live very close to the ocean. Like I can walk there from my house. So I'm very drawn to it. Anyways, so particularly today, I might even go walk my dog in the rain down at the beach. We will see how I feel about that in a few hours. Okay. So for our generator friends, which ocean spirit oracle card? I will also draw one from the messages from mermaids, by the way. We're getting a double oracle card experience today. So for our generators, in terms of next steps, what do they need to do to help with personal development? And we have integrity. Live your truth. Now, isn't that just beautiful? Okay, so your personal integrity, right, is of course your the combination of your morals, how you act, the congruencies, right? Like where are you congruent in your life? These are all part of have living with integrity. Because of course there is not one size fits all when it comes to integrity. 100% not. Okay, so we are going to come from different perspectives, but as long as you're living in alignment with your own integrity, and again, your human design generator can really help you figure out, like kind of like parse out like what's social conditioning and what is you. So there we go. Okay, so live your truth. There has never been a greater invitation for you to live by your human design, because that's for the reasons I just said. All right, so let's talk to some mermaids. Okay, so what the message do mermaids have for our dear generators in terms of personal development? And we have communication. Okay, I saw this when I was doing my super shuffle. I take a look at every card. And this one stood out to me, and I was hoping that it would come up for somebody in the readings. And so we've got integrity, living your truth, and then communicating it with your words. Okay. Now we communicate, of course, I mean, 80% of our communication is nonverbal, but the one that we tend to rely on the most in our conscious selves is indeed our voices. So throat chakra this week. Ooh, there's lots of blue in these cards, actually. I'm very much getting throat chakra. So using your voice, using your communication tools to take yourself to the next level. Okay, to the next level. Okay, so I'm going to do a 7 card spread with the first card being the issue. So it's essentially a blockage that's happening for you in terms of moving to that next phase of your personal development. And there it is right there. Oh, very interesting. Okay, so our first card, the issue, is change or our resistance to it. We'll come back to that in a minute. Okay, so card 2. All right, we have 5 of sword. Fifth reading today, 5 of wands. Okay, that's number 2. Number 3, ooh, 10 of wands. It's good that I can count today. Okay, 10 of wands. Card number 4, beautiful, 10 of cups. wrapping up here. Lots, actually. It's interesting. Okay, fifth card, the Strength card. Our first, second major Arcana card. Sixth card is the Queen of Swords. She's made a couple of appearances so far in the readings, and our outcome. Oh, hello, King of Pentacles. All right. So, hmm, got some messages for you, generator. Okay, let's start with the issue. Okay, so the issue is that there's the inevitability of changes here, but you are not yet ready to take those steps. So your own resistance to change is what is getting in the way of your next spiritual step in your spiritual development. Now, this wheel goes around and around, and it never stops because change never stops. We really, really need to learn to embrace change in order to lead happy and successful lives. Because if we aren't growing, we aren't can't be happy. Okay. So if you can't if human beings need to be progressing, and it doesn't have to be these big, huge things, it can be like learning how to cook something different. I'm on a soup kick, right? So I'm learning about soup. And it's fitting in with my health and wellness program, which makes me feel really good. And anyways, so there's just but that's a way that I'm changing that's pretty like not like life, it's not like some sort of life affirming big thing. It doesn't have to be like that, but just know that the wheel and the wheel, the more that you can accept that change is going to happen. Now, generator, you guys typically do like to zero in on one thing and giver with that, right? That's part of your human design. But spirit's reminding you right now that you need to be open to the fact that change can be a really good thing. And this reading is saying, yes, it is. Okay. As long as it's in alignment with your integrity. Now, where we are right now, okay, we've got our this little baby here. Okay, so this is a card of disruption. Okay, so the five of wands. So there's something that like change is going to be disruptive. Okay, like of course it is. And so this is like, but this one can be some like competition, right? So if there's some competition happening in your life that you're not comfortable with, maybe it's time to shift gears around that. It's very clear that there's so the Ten of Wands is so interesting to me because like it's a work like obviously you've been working really hard at something, and maybe it hasn't gone super smoothly. This I'm getting as a work thing, right? It's like but there's some martyrdom with the 10, right? Like it's time to delegate. This is what I have here, right? Like sometimes we just constantly, well, if you have the attitude of, well, the only way it's going to get done right is if I do it myself, you're going to keep toiling away and not move on. One of these changes that you're being called to do is to rein it is to get some help. Okay, to get some help. And the 10 of Wands says, like, dude, like this is a burden that you are carrying, and someone else can help lighten your load, right? Actually, it doesn't go with this, but there is this kind of this is like a low level conflict, kind of gossip, like office gossip, or just like, like it could also be some friendly competition. These people aren't really hurting each other, but it is disruptive. That is for sure. Okay. So we've got a 10 here. Now we have, so if you're feeling overworked, I'm gonna throw out the word martyr, okay, because that's what I get from this card right now in this reading. And it's because you don't feel like there's this control that you need to give up and some clarity that is going to come, but the results are really wonderful. Okay, so when you ask for help, generator, and it could be like literally asking a person that you know, but it could also be like someone that you like don't know, and just like listening to their YouTube channel, like or whatever, like and be like, oh, that was actually really helpful. But really, this is about lightening your load with in body, mind, and or spirit. Okay, so let's maybe not just always take one for the team. Oh, yeah. Okay. There's this very strong sense of I have to take one for the team. And you don't have to. Okay. You don't have to take one for the team. You can put yourself first. You don't have to carry all of this around. Okay. Ooh, this was a good one. Okay. And let's reminder. Okay. We have the strength card. Okay. So the strength card can be pretty straightforward. However, I feel very much like it's time to use your brain and not your brawn. Okay, so this is saying like kind of like infighty, kind of stuff, right? But let's use our brains and not the brawn. This um, person is taming this wild animal. So there is this struggle between like that human ego self as well with the higher self. And so the strength card encourages you to tune into your higher self, right? Tune into that higher self for some guidance around here. So perhaps the guidance that you need to listen to about this change is your higher self. Perhaps that is the person that you need to help make it right with. It could be you're going to take this how you're going to take it. But like it leads to these wonderful things. Okay. So let's go to the Queen of Swords. Okay, the Queen of Swords is here to help you in this scenario. She sees things very clearly. She's not always kind, okay? She can be a little cold, but she is very fair and she is very so and she's interesting because she's looking away from the King of Pentacles, right? So I have them like this, right? And the King of Pentacles, my darling dears, is our seventh card. And this is a beautiful, beautiful card to have as a result, especially of change, because it's one of wealth. So what she's saying is, she's, yeah, don't turn your back on opportunity, okay? Because this can be like a significant opportunity and a chance of leadership. If I'm getting workplace again. So I definitely feel this is a workplace reading for you. So wherever your development is in the workplace, whether that is taking on a new project or maybe shifting gears somewhere, like it's going to happen, but you need to delegate. Yes, I'm getting very, very, very much that you don't like get mixed up in any type of petty office crap, honestly. Like, don't get mixed up in that because if you do, it's going to kind of like mire. And so you won't be able to see things as clearly, right? The Queen of Swords is here to help you see the situation clearly about how you can change and move on. She's also a really wonderful communicator. Okay, the Queen of Swords is a wonderful communicator. So we want you to channel the energy of her in this step towards ascension. Because guess what? She's also full of integrity. Okay, she is again not always the kindest, but she is full of integrity and this will help guide you. So the Queen of Swords energy is really prominent for you as you go through this, move through this resistance to change, right? Perhaps you're like a little bit too comfortable. But the thing is that more comfort is the result. Okay, so this is like, okay, if this was a love reading, this would be my like, yes, daddy card. It's a very supportive partner, like across the board, emotionally, financially, in terms of like helps with the kids. Like this person, like their health is wealth, like they're very wealthy across the board. And this is again, I'm getting that it's you, that there's a leadership opportunity for you at work that is going to lead to this very like this is like a happy home, like happy, I want to say happy wife happy life, it's not like that. It's but this is like a holistic happiness, but more in the home. So if you're a leader at work, so you're getting leadership opportunities in somewhere in your resources, right? I'm getting this is very much, like I said, feels like a work reading. So this next level of development will come through your work in some way, shape, or form. Now, this could be a side hustle. Like this is my side hustle. I'm a counselor in my Muggle world, right? And I have a couple other things on the go. But it's yeah, this is yeah, in some way to do with your resources. But you gotta delegate. Stop with this, okay? Stop with the woe is me. I'm so overworked. You are to delegate. Okay. Some people might not like it. Okay. They might go, whatever. No. Okay. Just make sure it's within the realms of your work, right? Like if that's okay. But it leads to a happier experience at home. All right. So communication, integrity, clarity, be open to change, give up the martyrdom, delegate, right? Don't fall in and like, oh man, you've got the strength to do it. Tune into this higher self. And the King of Pentacles, either that's going to be you or someone you're going to attract because your vibe is going to be so high. Okay, that's what I have for you this week, Generator. I will not be back next week because I am going to be at a tarot and oracle reader with human design at a psychic fair in New Westminster, BC. I will be using all of my manifestor energy for that next weekend. So I will put a link below in the comments if you are in the area. It's only $5 to come, and we've got 30 plus. We've got over 30 people coming as vendors and practitioners and stuff. And it's the first time I've done this like in real life. So I'm super pumped about it. So I'll see you again in 2 weeks when I come back with money and abundance readings for the month of March. All right. Have a great one. And I'll see you in 2 weeks or maybe next week in person. Come by and say hi. Okay. Bye.